What's up, everyone? It is your girl Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and we got another old school versus new school. So in today's episode of old school versus new school, I don't know if y'all will consider this cheating or not, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it just because I felt like it. So this would be like a bonus old school versus new school, because I'm trying to get all the ones out the way that were actually palettes that were made the way they were made, because this one was customized by me, this milk palette, to look similar to this in the dark palette. So if you don't have the palette I use the custom shades from, then it might not be fair to you. So that's why I'm just throwing it in here as a bonus, girl. But this is the blueprint palette from Milk Cosmetics. If you all remember, in my recreated palette video collection, I showed you all that I had taken the shades out of the Millennial Pinks palette, all the fun gray, dark, black shades, and put it in here. And I just left this one shade in here so I have an inner corner highlight to go with these shades, because I didn't have the perfect shade, because I want to put this on the lid and then put this in the inner corner when it comes to this. And then I had all these blue shades to go with the blue. So I actually kind of customize this palette on my own, because you can take Milk shadows out and rearrange them. You can do that with Milk, Menagerie, ColourPop, Natasha Denona. So I do that with those brands when I feel the need to, and this one I felt the need to, because y'all know I'm not really big on boring brown shades. So I took them out and put something more fun in there for me. So this is what she looks like. I actually took my boring brown shades and put them in the brunette palette. I know, right, the fact that I have a brunette palette, but it was a brown color story from Melt, and they don't usually do that often. So I felt the need to at least try it out, and I just customized it to work better for my skin, because that one was a little bit too light. Anyway, we have the In Dark palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. Here's what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, they don't look exact, but they both have the grays and they both have the blues. So I figured it'd be fun to try it out, because it has this iridescent purple blue shade up here, and then it has like the iridescent blue shade in here. And then we got a lighter blue shade that can go with the blue in here, and then this dark gray and everything. So I figured we could try both of them out side by side and see how it works. I don't think I did a look with this palette on camera. Don't quote me though, or I did a palette rewind with this. I think I did a palette rewind with this, because this is actually a re-release from the brand. This brand came up with the palette last year in 2021 as their holiday collection, along with Smells Like Holiday Spirit, and this was the winner. Smells Like Holiday Spirit didn't win, but I bought Smells Like Holiday Spirit because that was the one that spoke to me. So I ended up getting this one. It got re-released with the new shades in it, because I forgot what shades they took out, because like I said, I don't have the original one. But I liked the color story enough to go ahead and buy it once it was during a separate time. But with the holidays, y'all know it's crazy, and I have to buy a whole bunch of different palettes. So I didn't want to buy both holiday collections and then not have time for both of them. So I gave the time to the one that I liked the best. So we're going to try this one out now. This will be my second time on camera trying it out. I think I've used it a couple of times off camera. I actually haven't used the one I made off camera. On camera before, or at all. Once I switch out palettes, a lot of times I do it for fun and to make it more aesthetically pleasing when I open it, and don't necessarily get to use it because I have to review so much. So to me, it's going to be fun just to be able to use this palette on camera. Not on camera, to use it and see how it works. But if I remember correctly, I used some of these shades when I used it as a Millennial Pink palette the way it originally was. So it's not like I haven't used the shades. I haven't used them in combination with this. So that's the part that's going to be fun to me. So let me zoom you on in real quick. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one off camera, just because it's not fair to you, because if you don't have Millennial Pinks and Blueprint, you're not going to be able to switch it around the way I have. So I'm going to do this one off camera, and I'm going to be fair and do this one on camera, since this is the one you actually buy the way it looks. But anyway, girl, I'll be right back. If you're curious what's on my eyes right now, this is actually the Tarte Maneater After Dark palette. So I know, right, who am I? But my girl Karen Harris was raving about how wonderful this palette was, and how the quality was much better than it used to be from Tarte. So I was like, say less, Karen, I will buy it. Just say less, girl, okay? So anyway, I'll be right back with my melt I done, and then we'll talk about what's going on with this In the Dark palette. And y'all know the drill. I'll swatch them on my hands, the melt palette and then the Unearthly, and we'll go from there and with my thoughts. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so I didn't use that many shades, but this is my custom Blueprint palette. So what I did was, this is Melt, this is Unearthly, Melt, Unearthly, Melt, Unearthly. So as you can see, the tones aren't exact, because this is more blue purple shifting shimmer, whereas this is true bright blue shimmer. The blue and the the Unearthly is lighter than the blue and the Melt. And of course, y'all know the Melt shades oxidized, so this gray and Unearthly is much lighter than the gray here. But I felt like, we could try. So the shade that I put And my crease is obviously not in this palette. I picked the shade, what is it, Furry Friend from the Sugar High palette from Menagerie, just so I have something in the crease. And it actually turned out better than I expected to do, because at first I was like, I thought it was gonna look weird, but it actually looks pretty nice. So I'm here for it. I'm like, okay, girl. So I'm gonna start off with the blue shade. I'm just gonna put this blue shade in the crease. This is the gray I used on the outer V, and this is the shimmer I put for the lid. So it's not too much to be worried about, and it shouldn't take too long. So I can go home because I have to do my mom's hair. I have to give her some slip backs. Then I have to edit all these videos that I'm filming now, along with the videos I filmed yesterday as well. And then I have to like upload all this stuff. So like I'm gonna be doing all that while I'm napping. I know, right? Always doing something. I'm quite a busy woman. And then I want to get all this stuff done today, because like tomorrow I got to go back to work and deal with that whole situation. So I'm just like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole nother thing that I'm just not trying to deal with at all. So there you go. But you know, I'm doing what we must. So I'm really liking this pinkish shade and the blue together. Like now I'm gonna start doing like more mauvish and blue looks, just because I think this looks so cool. Like to me, this is like a cool twist on a smoky eye. So I'm gonna just take that same blue and put it on the lower lash line now to save us some time. Because well, to save us some time, I would have did it off camera. But since I was supposed to be, you know, when it's on camera with you, I ain't want to, you know, I've done that part off camera, and you know, see the full experience. I try to get y'all the full experience, which is why a lot of times I don't be editing stuff. But I'm starting to think about editing stuff or just putting stuff in shorts. That's why I said I'm gonna start doing the palette comparisons in shorts, especially with this next palette comparison we're going to do. Because honey, I got a few palettes for the new Old and Dry influencer collection to show. So I'm like, I want, you know, to make sure I do that. I'm just swinging that out real quick and cute like that. I'm gonna take the brush that I used, the Furry Friend shade from the Sugar High palette, and just dust underneath there to kind of make it a little even, if you will. Now we're gonna go into the gray shade and put it on the outer V. So, y'all, my weekend is coming to an end so quickly. I feel like I just got off work like last Thursday, and I'm like, it's Saturday. What's going on? What's happening? Like, no, come back to me. No. So I'm just kind of like, ugh. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe how light this is. Like compared to the other gray, I feel like this is so much lighter. I kind of want to put like another shade on top of it, just because I feel like it's so light. So I'm thinking about dipping into this one called In the Dark, because she always has a shade name that's the name of the palette here. So I would like lightly dip into that just to kind of like get a little bit of depth to this, because I feel like this one is just way too light to be an outer V shade. Like it's not giving outer V for some of my skin tones. We got adjust, girl. We got adjust and do. We got dip. I'll dip into the In the Dark shade a little bit more, just to give me a little bit more depth. And I might put a little bit of gray back on top of it, so it'll be like more of a grayish, deep grayish tone like I wanted. But I guess that's okay. I don't think we need to dip back into the gray, because I feel like you can still see the gray. It's just, you know, I guess. Let's go in with this brush again and kind of brush over all this stuff. Okay, now let's get our glitter glue, and then we will go into our shimmer shade. Where's that brush? Y'all, I got so many brushes to wash, and am I going to be washing them today? No. But I got to come back Sunday to drop off the palettes for the new series I'm trying to start. Because, again, I'll try to give y'all a lot of different series of, like, different things so you can have some variety on the channel. So I got a new one that I came up with at 3 a.m. on, like, Friday morning. And so I got to grab palettes from the house for that. So I'm trying to kill it with all the palette content this year. Plus, I'm trying to try out different techniques and stuff. And when I'm gonna rush like now, because like I said, I have so much stuff to do today, and this is like the last free day to actually do it. I did take a couple of rest days. Like I didn't film anything Thursday, y'all, be proud of me, because y'all know I always try to force myself to film stuff when, you know, I should like sit down and relax like, you know, other YouTubers do and have a life the way, you know, other people do. But I would be like, no, it's a free day, you should be filming. So I gave myself grace, like I told y'all I've been trying to get myself to do, and you know, I was like, yeah, we're not filming. And then I was like proud because I didn't film Thursday. And then when I came back Tuesday, I didn't film either. So I only filmed like Wednesday, Friday, and today Saturday. So it's like I had a whole week off and I only filmed like, well no, I filmed before I left, I think Monday night. So I filmed Monday. Wait, no, sorry, I didn't. I filmed Friday of last week. I filmed Wednesday of this week, Friday of this week, and I'm filming today Saturday. So ooh, look at these eyes, girl, honey. Okay, so we are done with this look. Let me back it on up and talk about my thought. Well, no, we gotta put that matching shade in the corner. I'm only trying to rush because the camera light is flashing and I don't want to put like another battery in here just to finish this off. I'd rather put another battery in and then go home. So that's what I'm trying to do. Back on up and talk about my thoughts. So I like each eye for different reasons, y'all, but I like the depth in this eye a little bit more than I like the depth in this eye. So if I had to pick an eye, I'm gonna go with my custom made melt palette just because I like it a tad bit more. But I don't have to say this one's bad. I just feel like I don't have a deep enough outer V shade to match this one. And I feel like this one's just giving me a little bit more because I like the depth in the blue. This blue is a little bit too light for what I was going for with this whole look. And this is just giving me all of what I want. So I'm going to go with my custom melt palette. But that doesn't mean this one's bad. She reformulated and changed some shades in here because people said they were too similar. And I definitely say I like this one. Now, I don't have the original one. You'd have to watch Karen's video because I think she compared both of them. Don't quote me 100%, and you can use code Cage Makeup, of course, to buy that, or you can use my girl Kara Beauty in the Frizz Face and get a discount on that. But I'm gonna go with the melt palette I created, and y'all know I just took all the gray shades out the Millennial Pinks palette and put them in my blueprint, because to me that's more of what a blueprint looks like, not the brown shades they had in there. But those are my thoughts. You can comment down below and tell me which eye you prefer. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.